Master, what are Hyperion?
Hyperion? Someone has been into my study again.
But you said...
I was joking, Szenac. Of course I don't mind. A master should never be offended of an apprentice's curiosity. When it is appropriate, of course. What do you wish to know?
What is it exactly? I came across a book that mentioned a Hyperion suit, but I have never seen nor even heard of such a thing. Is it some sort of armor?
And I trust that you never will. And while the Hyperion does offer some protection, it is not armor. It is meant as an augmentation, an enhancement to the wearer. With it, one could run faster, jump farther, and strike harder. It was a marvel of engineering, and each one custom fit to its wearer.
It sounds amazing. So, why are there none around?
The Hyperion is very old technology. It predates the automatons even. As a matter of fact, it was because of the automatons that the Hyperion was decommissioned. You see, once we learned how to align our frequency with the machines, the Hyperion suits were deemed obsolete.
Frequency?
The calling, Szenac, the calling. It is the frequency of the calling that allows us to control the automatons, of course. Imagine an army of automatons, Sphere, Spider, and Steam, all marching upon an enemy in unison, unfeeling, unafraid, and their final strike as powerful as their first, and all controlled safely from any distance. They made the Hyperion not only unnecessary, but a risk.
But there were no such armies.
No, but that was the idea. The idea before Ethereum.
Ethereum?
Yes, it was Alftand that first discovered it, you know, or so they say. Alftand was built far to the north among the ice of the coast. Because of this, they could not build out like we were able to here in Arkantamps. So, instead, they built down. Further and further they drove into the rock below until they reached an immense cavern. And in it, discovered Ethereum. It didn't take long until the nearby cities built their own way down into this cavern. So rich was it in Ethereum that the cities came together to mine and process the strange ore. It was during this period that the automatons were tasked with a new purpose, to defend the cities and the Ethereum.
So the army was never created because of the discovery of Ethereum. But what about the Hyperion?
Ah, yes. The great architects and crafters of the time passed a law requiring all Hyperion suits to be dismantled so that the metal could be used to create automatons. The law was absolute, and non-compliance severely punished.
But there had to be schematics. Who could still build them.
Oh yes, most definitely. But as you know, even though we Dwemer are remiss to destroy knowledge gained, we are quite clear on what to do with it. Having knowledge of crafting Hyperion suits was not a crime, but creating them was. And as I've mentioned, possessing one was severely punished. The risk was simply not worth it. And so, the idea of the Hyperion faded, so much so that even now their memory is nearly gone.
And if one were crafted now?
The law is the law, Szenac.
I see. And Ethereum? Will I ever get to work with it, Master?
Probably not, Szenac. Probably not. But that is a story for another time. Hello and welcome. My name is Joe and I am the Panic Monk.
and you are watching Lost in Time, a Dwemer's Tale. We have left the college, and if you are familiar at all with this area and the direction that we are going, we being Szenac, Szenac and I guess so, we is as accurate as anything, I guess, but Szenac is traveling, I guess it would be, west? South of the college, heading west towards Alftand. So, obviously, Szenac has chosen to go to Alftand over Ralpathar to try to access Blackreach with the attunement sphere that he was able to get from Septimus. On the way, he recalled a conversation that he had with his Forge Master Enidok regarding the Hyperion, which, if you've been following along, he discovered in the museum at Markarth not too long ago. Oop, what do we got here? Oh, hey there, Frustral. Where do you suppose my Atronach went to? Fiery goodness would be welcome about now. Well, you know what? Tell you what, we got it. Never mind, Atronach. Oh, we knocked him down. We do have some enchantments on our armor and our boots that will give us the ability to knock our foes around if either we jump during combat or are reduced to a certain health level. Hopefully we didn't reach that level, but we could have just gotten lucky and bashed him and just knocked him down. But anyway, no thanks to you, Miss Flame Atronach. We got it. We took care of the Frostral. Oh dear, yeah, we don't want to try to jump that. That's never going to work. So anyway, we recalled a conversation about the Hyperion and how it was a technology of the Dwemer that preceded the automatons, and why you don't see Hyperion around anymore, as it was essentially banned, and all now what? All materials that had gone into wolves. Come on, Ice Wolf. Ooh. Come on. There we go. All the materials that were put into producing Hyperion suits for the Dwemer army were basically recalled and required to be turned into materials to build the new technology of the automaton, which was deemed a superior technology and of more value, greater use, less dangerous to use, since it could be controlled through the calling, which is a Dwemer ability. It allows them to kind of, I don't know, communicate with one another. Kind of, I don't know, what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of a mind-to-mind type of communication. There is a word I am looking for, but I cannot remember it right now, so psychokinesis is not it. Telepathy. It's a form of telepathy. Oh, jeez. Kind of getting surrounded over here. Well, the Atronach definitely helped us out on this one. But the automatons were deemed a superior technology over the Hyperion just because they could be controlled from anywhere. I mean, literally anywhere on Tamriel or Nirn through this calling ability, which, you know, as you could imagine, would greatly reduce the risk to the Dwemer people themselves. I mean, if you're not even anywhere close to the battle, how useful would it be to be able to control that army that was? And if this is an army of machines, how brutal, how deadly would that have been? Alright, well, we have found it. The remnants of Arkanthams, or not Arkanthams, excuse me, Alftand, which appears to have been taken over by the ice throughout the millennia, so I think Szenac, just based on the exterior, can imagine that there's probably a fair amount of damage done. Nothing gets in the way of ice.
What have we here, Atronach? Be cautious. The machines still guard. Ah, yes they do. Spiders. Fortunately, come on. And down. Ah, Mother. I need to get that artifact created. I cannot get into Falls Ardun fast enough. Now, how many did you say? A minimum of 3, I believe. 3 Crimson Nirn root, at the least, will be needed to create this potion. Hopefully 1 potion will be enough. I'll have to gather as much as I can, just to be safe. But first, I need to get into the city. And before I can do that, I have to get beyond Alftand. Nidok always said that they were a paranoid people. I wonder just how paranoid they really were. I'll take that. What's in here? Oh, small, light, valuable. Are you kidding me? Oh, apparently they were very paranoid. There's no way through that. Ah! Damned Alftands. Look at that. Wait, what's that? That sounds like a sphere. Oh yes, there he is. Now if I can sneak up on it, or at least catch it off guard, I might be able to lock it down. Ah, yes. Distracted. Distracted. Quickly, quickly. Come on. Just need to get these. Gotcha. Ha ha ha. Oof. Oof. Oh. Damn these traps. You rolled right over one. But took care of the sphere for me. Alright. Now what? Oh, Szenac, you must be careful here. Look at that. Oh, the ice has shifted the whole structure. Broken pipes. Ethereum ore. What do you do? Are you kidding me? All the Alftands were. What a skittish lot. Wow. Alright then. I guess that sets the tone. I don't want to carry all of this. We must be careful. Perhaps I should have gone to Ralpathar. Alright, let's check it out. A down spider. Oh, we woke something up. I'm almost sure of it. Let's cover a trail a bit. Sparks. Sparks against the machines to try to short them out. Oh, what are you? You don't sound like a spider. I'd rather deal with a spider. Come on, down. Ugh, it still hurts. Alright. Well, if that's the worst it gets, I'll be lucky. I have a feeling that will not be the worst. I remember Enodoc talking about building downwards. This goes up. I've known him too long to be mistaken. We have much to go. I hear a spider. There it is. Damn it. Gotcha. Ouch. Szenac. You let them get much too close. Take the oil. And the cogs. Well, at least for now. Alright, onward. this one looks tough. Come on. Where's the sweet spot? Damn it. Come on. Come on. Damn it. What's in here that's so valuable? Gotcha. Ha ha ha. Oh, enchanted shield. I might be able to look at that later. I hope it was worth several picks. I might need those against the machines later on. Alright. Cautiously, let's go. Shield out. Alright. Nothing. What do you have? Damn it! Oh, Szenac, you idiot! How could you be so foolish? I'll take the Ethereum ore. I might need that. Ah, why so far back on the shelf? Come on. Come on. Where? Barely reach it. And one more. Got it. Cog. Might be useful. Yeah, as I expected. The ice has shifted and taken over so much of the city. I hope I can get to the stairwell, to the lock. I can't believe that I used all my picks. What a complete fool I am. I need those to rewire and lock the machines down.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that will do it for this episode. We will continue our journey through Alftand in the next episode, and actually in several episodes after that. So, thank you for joining us, Szenac and I, and until next time, safe journeys.